My husband cheated on me with my mother. Part 2. I had an urge to know, so I left work early and decided to go by my mom's place and see what was happening. When I arrived, I wanted to see what they were up to naturally and didn't want them to be alarmed that I was there. Luckily, my mom's place has a lot of windows, and you can see nearly every room in the house if you just wander around. When I got to the study's window, that's when I saw my husband and mother having sex on her desk. I screamed and cried. When they saw me, my mom looked down in complete disbelief while my husband ran out of the room. I wasn't there long, but ran to my car and drove off hyperventilating. When I got home, I just started to pack some clothes and essentials and wanted to leave. I drove off and my phone started blowing up from my husband, mother and auntie, assuming she knew. I drove to an empty car park and sat there for over 4 hours, just crying and listening to music. I decided to return to my husband and I's home, as the tears I let go turned into complete anger and distrust. I wanted to confront him. When I arrived home, he was not there and there was also no sign he had even been at our place. I decided that I needed some sleep and thought that maybe he had just stayed in a motel for the night to give me space. When I woke up the next day, I was going to call him. However, I thought to myself that I wasn't ready to speak to him. So I called back my auntie, and she told me that he stayed over at my mother's house to be there for her. My mouth dropped and I couldn't even say a single word. My auntie had to keep asking if I was there. I told her if she could set up a meeting with myself, husband and my mother, and she said she'll pick me up and take me to my mom's house to talk. When my auntie picked me up, she said that my mother told her about their affair and she told her to stop. My mother lied to her saying she had, and yesterday, straight after I caught them, she said my mother told her she'd been still seeing him and that I'd found out. I told my auntie I was disappointed she didn't tell me, and that she's lost my trust. And she seemed to have understood that and complied. When we got to their house, my husband had his arm around my mother while she had her head rested on his shoulder. Keep in mind, I caught them a day ago. My mother started crying as soon as she saw me and started hugging my husband. That in itself aggravated me. To keep this from not going any longer, they told me that they want to be together and they hope one day I'll accept them. I literally couldn't even feel anything, so I just started laughing in shock. Even my auntie told my mom she was being ridiculous. They claimed that they've been in love for a year now and they started sleeping with each other 4 months after my husband and I got married. The craziest claim was that my mother said she sees herself starting a family with him.